What's going on, everyone? Dr. Tom Walters here from Rehab Science. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to look at disc injuries in the neck. So a disc bulge, a disc herniation, maybe you've had an MRI and the report said you've got an injury to the disc, it's bulging, maybe that's creating pain in the neck that also could refer and create nerve pain down the arm. If those are symptoms you have, you'll want to stay tuned for today's exercises. Before we jump into the exercises, it's really important to know just some quick facts about disc herniations, whether it's the low back or the neck. There are a number of studies out there now where they take people who don't have pain and do MRIs on their spine, and they find that almost half of the population have things that would be classified as disc injuries, disc bulges, herniations, and these are people who have no pain. So if you have neck pain, and maybe, also I said that can go down the arm, if you've got those kind of symptoms, and you went and had an MRI and it showed changes to a disc, maybe a bulge or herniation, try not to let that create too much anxiety or fear. Disc injuries can actually heal on their own. We have studies showing that they can reabsorb and pull back in. And again, sometimes it's just a coincidence. Sometimes that finding is just there and it's not actually responsible for the symptoms. Sometimes the disc injury doesn't heal, but the pain goes away and the person's function goes back to normal. So just remember that an MRI, any kind of imaging, it's just one piece of the puzzle. It doesn't tell the whole picture. It doesn't tell, if you're even going to have pain or what your function will be like. So just keep that in mind. Those, those images can create a lot of anxiety and make people fearful about movement. So you just have to keep it in check a little bit and realize it's just one piece of the puzzle. So today we're going to look at 4 exercises that can help relieve pain if you've got pain in your neck, and again, that maybe goes down the arm. So let's jump into them. For the first exercise, we are going to use a long foam roller. So these are easy to find on Amazon. So if you don't have one, they're useful for a ton of things. So it's a good tool just for mobilizing the soft tissues of your body. So for this one, we're going to work on our mid-back, the thoracic spine. We have studies showing that mobilizing the mid-back can help the neck and the shoulder. So if you've got pain in either of those regions, working on this can be helpful. What you're going to do is lay it on the ground, and it's going to run perpendicular to my spine. So I'm going to sit in front of it and kind of grab the edges, get it to meet up with the kind of lower portion of my mid-back. And then I'm going to put my hands behind my head. Because this is a neck pain post, it probably won't feel good to sit here and hold your neck. So you're going to put your hands here to support the weight of your head. And then you're going to lift your butt up into a bridge, and you're just going to walk your feet and roll kind of in between your shoulder blades up to the base of your neck and then back down. This mobilizes the thoracic spine, and sometimes you'll get some pops in your back, and I always think that feels kind of good, kind of relieves pressure, but the thoracic spine is the next level down from the neck or our cervical spine. So again, mobilizing this can help to reduce neck discomfort. So just up and down, there's no real firm amount of times you have to do this or time, but I just say, if you go up and down maybe 5 to 10 times, it will kind of loosen that area up. And then you can do this really as much as it's helpful. Okay, so that one is the first exercise, a thoracic mobilization on the foam roller. In this second exercise, we're also going to use the roller again, but this time I've turned it so that it's running lengthwise with my spine. What I'm going to do is sit right on the edge, and then I'm going to kind of use my hands and lower myself down so that my whole spine is on here. My head can rest all the way down to my tailbone. Okay, so this exercise is going to help to stretch my pec muscles, the tissues on the anterior side of my chest wall. The nerves, when they exit my neck, they come out and they go underneath the pecs and then down the arm. So this exercise will stretch that area and it will mobilize the nerves. So what I'm going to do, if you've ever lived somewhere cold that looks like a snow angel, so my arms are going to be in line with my body, and I'm just going to reach up overhead and just kind of go up and down like that. So we just call these angels, and again, will help stretch the front part of the chest and mobilize our big peripheral nerves as they run down the arm. Mobilization of the nerves is another thing that's been studied a lot in cadavers, and we've found that when you move the arms and legs, our nerves have to slide up to several centimeters in some cases, so this can help with that. Also, our nerves have their own blood supply. So it's been shown that doing some of these movements and mobilizations can help improve delivery of blood and oxygen to our nerves. So this will often just help reduce any nerve pain the person has going down their arm. So for this one, I would do, 1 to 2 sets of 10 to 15 repetitions. It's another one that you can do as much as it's helpful, so maybe a few times throughout the day. If you've been sitting a lot or driving, this would be a good one to do after that, just to kind of loosen everything back up and improve blood flow. For the third exercise, we are going to do a more dedicated nerve mobilization. There are 3 primary nerve mobilizations that have been demonstrated in the arm. We're going to do one for the median nerve, which is also the nerve that goes to the carpal tunnel. This nerve has been studied more than the others and is one that has been shown to help with neck pain and nerve pain. So what we're going to do, if you just have pain in one arm, just focus on that arm. But what we're going to do, this is also called nerve flossing. Maybe you've heard of that before. So if I've got pain in my right arm, I'm going to put that arm out straight at an angle that's parallel to the ground or 90 degrees at my armpit. I'm going to straighten my elbow, and then I'm going to pull my wrist down. And if you have a nerve that's really irritable, this will stretch the nerve and you might feel some pain or numbness, tingling. So just be careful with it. And what I'm going to do to floss that nerve, when my wrist goes down like this into extension, I'm going to move my head toward that arm. And then I'm going to alternate. So my wrist is going to come up, my head's going to go away. So this sort of tugs the nerve each direction. This time it's tugging towards my neck, and then this time it tugs towards my wrist. So that nerve literally is just sliding up and down. Again, this has been studied in cadavers. So they put pins in the nerves and have found that the nerve slides. But when it's irritated or painful, maybe that slide is restricted, or maybe the slide is normal, but the nerve has an area of reduced blood flow. And again, this can help improve blood delivery and oxygen to the nerve. So with this, we tend to do 2 to 3 sets of 10 repetitions. It's another one that I like to have people just do maybe a set of 10, kind of shake it out, see how you feel, and do a few of those throughout the day, especially, again, if you're in static positions. You're sitting at a computer and working, driving for long periods. Just take breaks and just run through some of these. When you get every hour, run through 10 of them. Just move back and forth and kind of work that nerve along with that angel that was on the ground. They're both great for improving nerve health. This last exercise is the most stressful on the neck. So if your pain is really acute right now and flared up, maybe wait a week or 2 to start this one. But then once the pain has calmed down, this is a great one for building strength of the neck muscles and some of the deep stabilizing muscles of the neck. So what we're going to do, this is a chin tuck, and it's an endurance hold for the muscles. So what you're going to do, you're going to tuck your chin, and it's not attractive. You're trying to create a double chin. You're going to tuck in, and you're going to lift your head just until it clears the ground. Don't lift too high. It literally is just right when it comes off the ground. You can almost feel your hair still touching. So just the skull is off the ground. And then you're going to hold here for about 10 to 15 seconds. In the research, people should be able to hold this for about 30 seconds without losing the position. But as you're building up, for people with neck pain, it often hurts just to do this. So even if you can only do 5 seconds and you've got to put back down, that's okay. Just build up over time. So again, you just tuck the chin, lift, hold as long as you can, shoot to build up your time and get closer to 30 seconds. But if you have pain, again, just hold as long as you can and then rest. So if you get pain after 5 or 10 seconds, then just do a few repetitions like that. Maybe throughout the day you do 5 reps and hold for that 5 or 10 second time period and just look to build that up over time. So again, we call this a deep neck flexor hold. It works all of the neck flexors on the front side of the neck. So tuck the chin, lift, hold as long as you can. Don't let the chin come untucked, and don't lift higher. Okay, so just keep it tucked and hold it right there. Again, this one's the most stressful, and in people who are really cute, this can make pain worse. So if you do it and it flares things up, just pause it, wait, and check again in a week or 2. Okay, so those are the 4 exercises you're going to do for neck pain that refers down the arm. Again, this is often associated with disc bulges, disc herniations, things like that. So give them a try and leave any questions you might have in the comment section, and I will try to answer them. All right, you guys, see you next time. Bye.